Example 3. A business with 2 locations buys 7 large delivery vans and 5 small delivery vans. Location A receives 5 large vans and 2 small vans for a total cost of $235,000. Location B receives 2 large vans and 3 small vans for a total cost of $160,000. What is the cost of each type of van? Okay, so the first thing I'm looking at is we have small vans and we have large vans. So I'm going to say that the small vans are represented by X and the large vans are represented by Y. And then I'm going to say, well, location A receives 5, so location A, 5 large vans, so 5Y, plus 2 small vans is 2X, and they're going to pay a total of $235,000. Then I'm going to look at location B and say, oh, okay, well, location B receives 2 large vans, so 2Y plus 3 small vans, so 3X, for a total of $160,000. And then it wants to know, well, what is the cost of each type of van? Meaning, what is X and what is Y? Because if we find X, that's the cost for the small van. And if we find Y, that's the cost of the large van. Now, looking at my equations, we can use elimination. My Y's are lined up, my X's are lined up, my numbers are lined up. 5 and 2 are not opposites, 2 and 3 are not opposites. I have to make something opposites. Now, this one's a little complicated because I can't multiply 2 to get to 5, and I also can't multiply 2 to get to 3. So we have to pick something, and we're actually going to multiply both. So if I was going to change my Y value, what number can both 5 and 2 multiply up to? And the answer to that would be 10. I could make them both 10. But then more importantly, not only 10, I'd want one of these to be a negative 10. So I'm going to multiply my first equation by a negative 2, because that'll make this a negative 10. And I'm going to multiply this equation by a 5, because that'll make that a positive 10. So give me a second here so we can see how this is going to work out. Okay, here we go. Negative 2 times 5y is going to be negative 10y. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x equals negative 2 times 235,000. I'm going to grab my calculator. So negative 2 times 235,000 is negative 470,000. Now, if we look at the bottom equation, I'm going to multiply by 5. So 5 times 2y is 10y. 5 times 3x is 15x. And 5 times 160,000 is 800,000. Now, if you take a look, do you notice that my 10y and my negative 10y are now opposites? That's what we wanted. So we can add these together. Negative 10y plus 10y go to 0y. 15x plus negative 4x, 15, 14, 13, 12 is 11x. And then I'm going to grab my calculator again. I'm going to take negative 470,000 plus 800,000, which is going to get me 330,000. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 11, which gets me $30,000. So if X is $30,000, that tells me that the cost of a small van, wow, that's a lot of money. is $30,000. Last but not least, we have to go find the cost of a large van. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to substitute it back into one of our equations. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to choose to substitute it back into the bottom one right here. So we're going to have 2y plus 3x, which is 30,000, equals $160,000. So 2y plus 3 times 30,000 is 90,000, equals 160,000. Then I'm going to subtract 90,000 from both sides. Which is going to leave me with 2y equals 70,000. And then we're going to divide by 2. So y equals $35,000, which means if y is 35,000, then the cost of a large van is $35,000.